After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 415. Today is Saturday, August 15th, 2020, as we are recording. I am Marlisha, also known as Lady Furnico.
And I'm Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
Want to welcome you, all new and returning viewers, to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you are new, we're glad to have you with us. If you are returning, we're glad to see you back. See in quotes. If you are new or returning and in the shadows, please feel free to subscribe to the YouTube channel, that little subscribe button, red button, I think it is, on your right. And, right? Yes, I think.
Yes.
And hit the little bell so you can get notifications. And if you want to be able to take part in the alongs and the camaraderie and giveaways and things like that, they are not on YouTube. They are on our PHN home group, which is at phnpodcast.freeforums.net. That's phnpodcast.freeforums.net. And as it says in the title, it is a free forum. So you don't have to pay anything. You just have to say that you would like to join and we'll let you in. Okay? What are you having?
Well, let's see who has more projects. Let's do this fair.
I think I have 6. Because I didn't want to do anything this week.
1, 2, 3.
We should have done this beforehand, but we were not prepared. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, I have 6.
Okay, I have more. I have 7.
Okay, so you go first.
Mm-hmm. But I don't have to. I don't have to double on projects.
Ha ha.
So, in my, all I want to do is hug all the bunnies mugs.
Mugs,
Is this is not David's tea. I do not like David's tea. I do not like people putting sugar in my tea for me. But I stole this thing from. Well, I did drink the tea, but
we bought it in Pennsylvania one time.
Was that one?
Yeah, we're at Grandma's.
Okay.
Grandma's.
After I finished the tea, I put Cuddle Time tea in it from Plum Deluxe, and it's cozy up with this relaxing, sleepy tea. Pairs with pajamas and midnight snacks. Has chamomile, rubios, peppermint leaves, vanilla essence, love, and gratitude. No caffeine. And my stomach's been kind of bothering me today, so I'm hoping that the chamomile tends to be my calming tea.
And ginger.
Well,
Ginger's good.
Ginger's good too, but I've been eating ginger like, well, candy.
Mm-hmm.
So I need something else. That's me.
We're going to drink your tea?
Well, that's what I'm doing at the second.
Well, I'm not going to start until you finish. Can I get my taste?
Feels like it's a little weaker this time.
Mine did too when I tasted it. I wonder if we didn't put enough in. Oh, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have to get some of that next time you have a sale or something over
Right.
there. Excuse me. In my Team Owl bag. My Team
It probably
Owl mug.
tastes weaker because I've been eating those ginger candies.
Mm-hmm. Team Owl mug, okay? Because I put Crystal's mug aside for the duration of Tortoise versus Hare, because I love the mug, but she is a bunny and I am not a bunny. I am an owl. But for the purposes of Tortoise versus Hare, I'm a turtle.
She's a bunny.
I'm a turtle. But anyway, so this is Stargazer Caramel Mott Chai. Kick back and let this tea open your mind. All organic mott tea, cardamom, ginger, orange peel, cloves, cinnamon, aniseed, natural spice, and caramel essence. Love, gratitude, and has caffeine. Good. My stomach has also been bothering me. I don't know if there's just something maybe we ate or something.
No, this is for me, my dysautonomia stuff.
Yeah, for me it's been about a 3 days where I'm not sick. It's my stomach is just being cranky. So ginger.
Actually, it could even be EDS because nausea and vomiting was a big issue before surgery.
For her, not for me.
For me, yeah.
Okay. All right. This is excellent. And this is one of my mugs. These mugs, we were worried they wouldn't have enough space for the tea. When I put in the amount of tea that fits in the other mugs, there's like this much. And I have another one, another owl one.
That looks smaller.
That looks smaller, but has even more of a space afterward. Want to try this?
Okay. I'll be drinking on the owl's face.
Poor little owl. You can give him a little kiss.
It's like I'm kissing him.
Yeah. And Davina gave me this mug. Davina gave me most of my owl mugs. Yeah. It's a little weak for some reason.
Well, everything tastes weak to me right now because of ginger.
This is one of my favorite Plum Deluxe teas. I must have picked up quite a few of them before he, not retired them, but pulled them out for the season.
This has been pulled out.
I think this was a Christmas tea.
I thought I ordered a few fairly recently.
No, I didn't order any more recently.
Oh, okay.
But so that's that. I'm getting back into my teas, so I'm figuring out how much sugar I need to put in and what they tasted like again. So okay, so that takes care of that, and you get to go. Oh, we have
Business.
Administrati as the Stocking That Zombies used to call it. Didn't they used to call it that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do still call it that.
Well, I don't watch them. I don't know. I haven't watched them in a while. I used to watch them all the time, but okay.
We've just cut back on how much we watch.
Right. We've been we struggle to watch the ones that we watch. So okay. Our first along is the PHN Charity Cal Cal Lao 2020. Cal Cal Lao meaning crochet, knit, loom knit along. And for those who are new, I will go through the rules pretty specifically off as they are written here on my notes for this along. And then for the next alongs, I will just kind of cursory go over everything except the changes, what makes it different, okay? So this one goes for a year. I have to take this off, I'm hot. It goes for a year, which means that it started January 1st, 2020, and it goes until the end of December. So midnight of December 31st, going into January 1st is when it'll end. All right, and it is midnight, but try to hit midnight Eastern Standard Time because we don't know when or who will be closing it down. If we close it down here on the East Coast, it might be 4 a.m. in the morning or 5 in the morning. But if Valeria closes it down overseas, it might be midnight Eastern Standard Time, okay? Right. Because she's up, and that's fine. We're just saying there's kind of a 4 or 5 hour window there. So try and get your stuff in. And if you get everything in and you see that we're still open at 4 or 5 in the morning and you find something has not been put in yet, put it in. We're still open. So, okay? All right. So anyway, it runs all year. And let's see here. Previous whips are allowed, but they have to be worked during the along. And whips, for those of you who are really new, is a work in progress. Okay? Chatter and pictures are all in the same thread. This takes place at the PHN podcast group that I was telling you about earlier. All charity projects are accepted, but baby items, if Hat Not Hate is still going on, those hats, any Franciscan Gypsy design, Laura concert design, my one pattern, anything using my yarn, which is Lady Fernicle Creations yarns, and anything using Laura's yarns, which is Lollipop Girl yarns, in a finished object gets 2 chances at a prize. And if you use one of the featured yarns with the featured patterns, then those have 3 chances at a prize for the finished objects, but you are responsible for your own multiple postings, okay? Let me see if there's anything I forgot in terms of multiple. I think that's all of them for multiple postings, but they're all in the group, so if you want to check that out, you can, or ask a question. Taya or I or one of our moderators will be more than happy to help you if they can. Okay, the hashtag is PHN Charity 2020 on Instagram, and let's see here. One finished object. Whenever, well, let's start that over again. Back it up. FOs whenever they're finished. So if you have the whip done on Monday, you work on the whip on Monday, you finish it on Friday, you can post the whip on Monday and the finished object on Friday because they're not both whips. It's for the same project. It's a whip and a FO. Okay. Our prizes for the third quarter, because we are in the third quarter for this, is a left set donated by Mama C, who's Christina. It's really pretty. I just haven't pulled it out. It's over there.
Left or lefty?
Left. It says left set. So. And then I would assumed it was lefty, but it says left. And then one skein of yarn donated by Marriott, and I never like to say this because I just can't figure it out. Araucania, Araucania yarn donated by Marriott. Thank you, Marriott. Thank you, Christina. If anybody knows how to pronounce that yarn, Araucania, please put it in the Dropbox here on YouTube or in the PHN episode thread, okay? Because I have no clue how to pronounce that. All right. Now, cardiac dysautonomia is a 1/4 along. It's 3 months, and it runs July 1st through September 30th. So we're solidly into the second month. We are halfway through because today is August 15th. So now all the same rules apply except for the following, okay? The featured patterns are my one pattern, Talia's patterns, and Laura's patterns, okay? And the featured yarns, my yarn and Laura's yarn. And the hashtag is PHNCDA2020 on Instagram. Let's see. No sewing projects in this one, because the only time we ever have sewing is for the masks that are in the previous along, and that also is 2 chances of the prize for the finished object.
But Laura's accepting just about everything in her group. So.
Yeah, I think she is. Our rules are slightly different.
Yeah.
But that Laura is not doing that with us.
What are we on?
We're on charity
I'm
along.
sorry.
Okay.
Rain.
It's okay.
We're on charity or dysautonomia?
Dysautonomia. She's not doing that with us. She does.
Okay, sorry. I lost track of which one we were on.
Yeah, she does autism awareness with us, and she does. We do Tortoise versus Hare.
I thought we were
with
talking
her.
about Tortoise versus
Not
Hare.
there yet.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So all projects must be finished. No, cannot be finished before July 1st. They don't have to be finished at all. They just have to be worked on. Okay, between July 1st and September 30th. Now the caveat in this one is they have to be predominantly red or shade of red, including shades of pink, shades of blue or shades of teal. Blue or more blue would be better. More blue teal, and black or white to be eligible for prizes. And we've gone through why before, so I'm not going to belabor the point. If you want to know why, you can contact us and I'll tell you, and we'll probably tell you again next week. I just have been telling you every week and I don't want to bore you. So, okay. I already said this stuff. Okay. So the same rules for the multiple postings apply as always. As I said, for me, Talia, and Laura, yarn and patterns, okay? But they have, in the charity along, they have to be destined for charities. Oh, I forgot for charity, Brittany's dishcloths. If you do Brittany's dishcloths, they get 2 chances at a prize. But
People
you have
are going
to
to be so confused
I
because
know.
jumped all over the place.
I know, I've jumped all over the place. They are in the notes, okay? The charity along stuff.
In the free forums.
Yeah, in the free forums. If you have any questions and you are not on the free forums, unfortunately you aren't going to be eligible unless you are on the free forums. But if you want to, ask, you can ask us on YouTube and we can tell you. And if you want to know how to get there, it's in the Dropbox. If you
Yeah,
want
in the Dropbox we
to
have
get
all
to
the
the
links
forum.
to our Etsy shops, to our Love Crafts, to
the
forum.
and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay? So I apologize if it's a little disjointed, but I just remembered because apparently my brain's not in order and I need to have some caffeine. Let's see. Okay, so moving on. Tortoise versus Hare. This is Laura Concerts along, and she asked us to co-host with her this year, as we have every year, with Brittany, who's also co-hosting, so we're really excited about that. And this is exactly what it says, anything that's related to tortoise and or hare, okay? Tortoises or turtles, hares or bunnies, versus, tortoise versus, or even tortoise and hares, okay? Or bunnies or whatever, okay? Anything like that. And it could be any kind of project, any kind of yarn. If you can make a case for it to be bunny or turtle related, then it's accepted, okay? I don't know if Laura is accepting all projects. I think she is.
She is. She's being pretty...
She's being pretty open because of the pandemic, I think.
Yes, she is. That's what she said.
So we are just doing
Our normal rules.
What?
Our normal
Our
rules.
normal crochet, knit, and loom knit. Okay, so that's what we're going to be doing. It's all tortoise and hares. The same multiple posting guidelines apply for this along as for the other ones for us. I don't know what Laura's doing because I've been a very bad podcaster. I have to go back and see what she said. I can't remember that far back.
The only reason why I remember some of the things is because we talked about it during the Zoom.
Yeah. She's very accessible. Now, Laura, if you're not on Ravelry, okay, Laura is extremely accessible for these alongs. She's on Ravelry, she's on Instagram, she's on Facebook. She has an email thing where you can contact her for being able to be part of the alongs, even if you're not on Ravelry. You have to be following her somehow. You know, just like anything else, if you want to be eligible for prizes, you have to be a member of the group to which you are participating in, okay? And our hashtag is hashtag Tortoise versus Hare 2020. I forgot to put the PHN in, so that's what it is now, okay? Featured patterns for us are Timmy the Timid Turtle, Biddy the Bashful Baby Turtle, Tara the Sea Turtle, Oops the Bunny, Valeria the Bunny. These are all Franciscan Gypsy designs. Laura Concert's Birtle pattern. Any of Talia's new bunny and turtle patterns, any of Laura's new bunny or turtle patterns, essentially any of the patterns that are by the three of us that you can make fit the theme of turtles and bunnies, and the same with the yarn, mine and Laura's, okay? FO's whips, you know all that stuff. Okay. I don't have the prizes to show here, but we have a prize that Laura donated that's pretty cool. So she, I think that it'll just be that you contact her or we give the name to her and you go from there.
Right.
So
to prevent just unnecessary mailing back and forth.
Yeah. There's no sense in sending something twice when you could just send it direct.
Once, yeah.
Okay. All right. And I apologize for the kind of haphazard way of saying things. I'm a little tired and I don't know why. But anyway, we can move on and hopefully we'll be more coherent as we go through projects. So
I won't be.
It's your turn.
Let me finish this one last stitch.
One more stitch.
Okay, so just pull it like
this mug gets nice and warm. I have a gazillion projects and I'm not going to even get my first one to talk about until I hit like number 15 or something. Well, it's more than that.
Okay, so
21.
The first one, I don't think I worked a ton on this. Probably just worked on it on Sunday. Where'd it go? As far away from me as it could possibly be. And my
Star knits.
Yeah, sorry. Star Knits R2 bag is Davina's Electric Turquoise hat, which is the Davina hat designed by me, using Miss Babs in Electric Turquoise colorway. Just still working on the decreases.
Yeah, it's made a lot of progress, so it looks like. I haven't seen it in a while, but
So
nice.
getting there. Once I do that, I can start my yellow one for me.
Does that have the slouch?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Davina's is designed for slouch.
Yeah.
Because it's not supposed to be worn like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess it could be, but it's not.
Well,
what it's meant
with
for.
the stuff that I have on top of my head, I would probably be able to pull the slouch up.
Right.
But
So yeah, that got a little bit of work.
okay.
I don't think it really got a whole ton. I think it was only worked on Sunday.
All right. Now I basically did most of my work toward the beginning of the week. Then I had a whole 3 or 4 days where I didn't feel like doing anything, so I didn't. And then I did some toward the end of the week. Also, my hands hurt a lot during the middle of the week, so I
don't think we ever got the thunderstorms we were threatened with.
I know. I wish it would just do its thing. Okay, in my Anne Brodie Silver Shed USA owl bag, artwork by Davina, called the Owls Archimedes. This is my Taste of Autumn shawl project by Anastasia Zattel. This is from the scrap shawl pattern that she did. Let's see here. And I didn't do a whole lot because, like I said, my hands were hurting, so I decided to give them a rest. But there we go. So you can see I've got a little bit more of that brown on the bottom.
Yay.
And it is getting quite large. See?
Yeah, it's getting quite large.
Oops. Caught my thing there. So, yeah, I don't know exactly when I'll be finished, but I should have it for the fall.
Yay.
For, when fall, if my hands cooperate.
Right, there's no rush.
If my hands cooperate, she'll have it for the fall. If not, she might get it for Christmas.
Right.
So, but
It's not like I'm bereft of shawls I can wait.
I know, it's just... And I could, usually when my hands were in good shape, I could finish something like this really, really fast. This is all Miss Babs yarn except for this solid gold, which is the Malabrigo, and it's a sunset colorway. I'm not sure what all the colors are for Miss Babs. I don't have them in here. So, it doesn't usually take me 8 months or whatever it is to do this project, but
You're birthing a shawl.
birthing a shawl. So that's this, and my hook is in here, so... Because I have a habit of putting my hook on the table and then not knowing which project it was in.
So in my Silver Shed USA Peanuts Christmas bag is my Grandma's Christmas stocking. This is my Lovebirds Christmas stocking that I designed. Grandpa's version has been waiting for a long time. I need to pick up the pace so I can get this done by Christmas.
Very pretty. We've got a couple.
I'm almost at the bottom of the leg.
You have a couple of time-sensitive things right now.
Yeah.
Very nice.
There we go. Okay. So whenever I'm not working, this is a lot of times my Sunday knitting.
Right. Well, it's not a pattern in progress or anything. I mean, a design in progress.
Even if it's a design in progress, if it's something I really want to work on, it's different. But like my commission blanket, it definitely gets put aside on Sunday.
Well, that's work for you.
Right.
And it's not that you don't like the pattern, it's that...
No, it's just that because I have to get about an inch done on it when I can.
Yeah. Well, you're already getting paid. You know you're getting paid for it already.
Yeah.
It's a commission. It's work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it feels like work.
Yeah. Okay. Now, not because you don't like it, though.
No. It's just anytime you have to do something.
Don't want it. I don't have to. Okay, in my...
And it feels like the clock is ticking on it.
Is that the right one? In my PHN Chameleon bag, this is also a Silver Shed USA bag because Anne is our favorite. And she's awesome. This artwork is my husband's. The chameleon here is this little guy. Let's see. It was a kit.
Mm-hmm.
My yarn and Taya's pattern and Anne's bag. So in here is my At the Bottom of the Hill scarf project. And I did a few rows on this. I don't like the way it's curling in on itself, so I'm going to have to fix that when I do the next one. But it's not going to matter when the person's wearing it.
No.
So I did, maybe, I think I was probably in the middle of this white row maybe, or maybe even here at the brown, I'm not sure. Because this goes, it's a chunky weight, and I think I have my size needles. I don't know. I don't know what the size is, I can't read it, but they look like maybe they're 10s at least.
Those look like they're at least maybe 9, maybe 10.
Maybe 10, 10 and a half?
10 and a half.
10 and a half. So these are 10 and a half, so they go pretty fast. And I'm going to see how long it gets when I finish this up. It'll be like a one skein project. And then I can start playing around with what I want to do to vary it a little bit so it doesn't curl and it has a little variation. And then maybe I can put that out for testing. Mm-hmm. So for me, I don't concentrate on designing. That's not where my focus is and where my love is. But every once in a while something hits me and then I'll do it. And that's what I'm doing with this.
Take back that stitch. Okay. I need to start thinking about my next Christmas stocking design when I'm done with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so next is in fluff. Yeah, it ran away. Just a ball. Okay, I had to pick up more of the.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that color.
I picked up another skein. I think I picked up another skein of this because I wouldn't have had enough.
You did?
Yeah, I needed to because otherwise I wouldn't be able to finish the blanket.
I just don't remember you doing it.
It came in sometime this week.
Okay.
Because I needed to be able to finish this blanket. There's no sense in starting and not being able to finish it. And since I had that experience with them discontinuing one of the yarns I have in a project, I'm now like, okay, I need to pick it up and not wait until...
You probably should pick up maybe one extra every time you do it.
Yeah.
You know, when you pick up something for a project, now that you know basically what your sizes are.
Yeah, now that I know that's helpful. But this is the migraine baby blankets. This is my, I have stroller size down here, but my sizes have changed since I wrote it down here. So this is actually,
Afghan?
no, this is the second one. This is,
Crib?
I'm not sure if I have his receiving, I think it's receiving blanket.
Oh, okay.
This is the receiving blanket.
That's a big receiving blanket.
It's 40 by 40.
That's a big receiving blanket.
It's called receiving blanket. Hold on.
40 by 40 is pretty good size.
Because I looked up the sizes and what was appropriate. Let me see. I'll be able to tell you in a second. Migraine.
I think usually, aren't the receivings like about 36 by 40 or something?
Whatever I have in the pattern is close to correct. It might
Oh,
be
sure,
a little bigger.
sure.
It might be a little bit bigger because...
Well, they're different, you know. They're ballpark.
Yeah, this is receiving. My crib is 48 by 60.
Mm. That's almost an Afghan.
My Afghan is 54 by 65.
Mm-hmm.
My sizes are a little bigger than the average.
That's nice. I'd rather have more than...
So, this is my 40 by 40, which is why I needed another skein.
It's so pretty.
Because I wasn't going to have enough with
can't
1,000
I
yards.
can't see there.
I'm not going to end up using all of the second
Now they can
skein.
see the... let's move it up a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very...
That's
This is my migraine one. This is my can't focus pattern. I think I worked on this on a Sunday when I wasn't feeling well.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Okay.
I know what I did. I took it with me for Sunday Mass.
Oh, right.
Because...
Because you're having trouble staying awake.
I cannot stay awake for the life of me during Sunday Mass on the TV. Actually, I always had issues with that ever since I got sick. And if I'm knitting something, it forces me to stay awake most of the time. If I'm having a really hard time, nothing helps.
Yeah. Well, God understands that. Okay. In my Silver Shed USA green Star Wars at bag is the same blanket that Taya had just a minute ago. It's her migraine baby blanket, and this I call it the Pesty Westy baby blanket. I think of Westy dogs now. But this one is the smallest one, whichever that one is.
Now remember, the length of it has changed, so whatever I gave you for the most recent one, that's the new length.
I haven't been able to check.
Because it was a shorter length before.
But so you can see how pretty that is. I love this color. I'm sorry, Taya. Can you see the little design here where the in between the backward?
Yeah, you're backwards.
Backwards. Now you can see it.
Yeah, they can see it.
Okay. I think this will be really pretty when I finish it.
I think you're right.
And I'm about, I
think you're right.
I'm about a third of the way through this, I think. I have to check the dimensions, though. Ty said it's going to be a little longer than I thought, so.
Yeah, because I did not have the proper width down to match the stitch count.
I hope that I have enough yarn in this, otherwise it's going to be shorter.
Right. Well, you do it based on your yarn for the length. You can do that.
Yeah.
But just enough if you happen to have enough.
Because I based it on your original.
Right. I gave too much yardage, though, I think, for my original.
Oh, okay. This should be okay then. So,
I have the updated yardage in my new version, too.
So I think this is going to be really pretty. I'm enjoying this. Something else caught my attention for a couple of days, and then I hurt my hands and I didn't do anything. Mm-hmm. So, that's that.
Alrighty, so next for me is, let me go out of my pattern. Back to my show notes. Alright, so I did that one. Oh, now I'm going into bags that only just the bags.
Mm.
So,
all of them?
Only 3. Wait, yeah, 3. 4.
All 4 of them.
Yeah, 4 bags. Yeah. One after another. Well, after, alternating.
Right.
So, design in progress in my Nursery Caps on Pale Field bag.
Yay. Okay, in my chronically crocheting llama bag, which I absolutely love. I do. It's a fun bag and makes me happy because it was made for me. Given to me special. So, this is a dishcloth. You know my dishcloths are usually in here. Find it. Find it here. Find it. here it is. The hook is caught on the yarn. Because I'm talented that way. Okay, so here it is. You can see I'm maybe about a third of the way through this one. This is going to Brittany. This will be, I think, this is 11 or 12, I forget. So you can see I'm right in the middle. I started the row here, I've started the second row here, the second corner here, and then I've got the 2 more. And then I go around until it finishes. I like this pattern, it makes me happy. And this yarn is, I think this is Dishy. Yeah, this is Dishy. I'm calling it navy because I couldn't find the color on it. I think you said it was just blue.
Yeah, it was just blue.
So
I remember us being surprised.
yeah, so that's that. This is generally, right now, for the foreseeable future, this is my dishcloth bag.
Well, we all have bags that are just kind of, that's what they hold.
Oh, what's this?
Just because habit tends to do that.
What is this?
Okay, so in my next I can't show you and I'll just wave it at you bag is the pattern that I've been taunting Brittany and Laura with and all the patrons. Everyone gets this pattern though. It's just that the patrons get it for free and then it'll go into my shop for everyone else. But pattern, haha, Brittany, you can't see this yet.
And if you notice us having a theme with our bags with all the Silver Shade USAs, because we absolutely love her.
Yes, this is the one. This was her idea, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was her. She brought it up to us, and the artwork. This is a picture of my yarn here, and this is my husband's artwork, and then these are all words. We took a poll in the group on what words we say the most.
It wasn't a poll. It was a questionnaire
about about what we say the most, what our phrases are that we say the most. So that's all these words.
So we took the consensus of what everyone said and sent it on to Anne, and she created this bag. I mean, awesome. No surprise, makes me happy. How many times did Mom say that?
That's a reference.
That's in What's in Your Mug. We do say that a lot.
Yep.
But those are probably
tortoise and hare.
Oh, you do say that's a wrap.
And that's a wrap. Yeah.
Most of it are things that Mom say. Mom tends to repeat herself.
Blessed.
Oh, I'm awake.
I'm awake. For the Sleepy Talia episodes.
Those of you who are newer, they're used to before I got some medication on board, before we knew what was going on with me, I would have trouble. I would actually fall asleep on the podcast. From the fatigue.
Right. And she was working night shift, which didn't help.
No, it didn't help. But it continued even after that for a little while. After I got some proper medicine in my system, I don't think we've had me where I'm tired
yeah.
I haven't fallen asleep on the podcast.
I think maybe once.
But it used to be a thing.
Right.
They were actually called Sleepy Talia episodes.
Okay, in my Kiki Boo Owls bag. You haven't seen this bag in a while. This is usually my loom knit, and I was at the point where I tried doing things with my hands and I couldn't do a whole lot. I said I'm going to pull out my loom. So it's just a yes,
and
Laura. I will.
Says,
I will, Laura. I promise I will do something else when I get some brains. She's probably laughing at me. So yeah, okay, when you get some brains. But here it is. This is just the beginning of the little loom hat. So. And I started this, I don't know, I think I started when I was talking to you. We were talking about something in the kitchen.
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember, so.
Because I've been really not with it this week.
And these are supposed to go to Kim. I have things that are supposed to go to Kim. They're sitting upstairs until we have such a time that I either mail them to her or whatever. Because now that I know how to do it, I can maybe send them off to her.
Right.
So, that's in here.
Okay, let me finish my needle. Almost there. Too much.
I didn't work on the one that I couldn't show. I was going to, and then I just didn't.
Horrible person.
Yeah.
That just means you get to show everything. Because there's, a preferred timeline for you, but there's no...
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, you must finish it.
I don't set timelines for myself because my hands inevitably will be cranky if I do.
Okay, so... Next is... This is in testing. I only have one tester who's still working on it. Everyone from PHN has finished. I have a Facebook tester who she said she got halfway through, decided her colors weren't contrasting enough, so she had to start over. So waiting for her to finish up because she is working on it. She's doing what she's really sweet.
Yeah, and she just decided it wasn't working. So.
Right, and it's not like she's behind schedule. Everyone else just finished super early.
And this is a Silver Shed USA Davina artwork bag.
Yes, Oops the Bunny. And this will probably become my dishcloth bag. I have a few bags that just carry certain kind of project. Usually it's my Christmas ones, but this will become my dishcloth.
My tea is all gone.
Bye, LT.
Okay, this is a new project. And this is in my, the project is actually in my Knitter's Magic owl bag. Okay, Knitter's Magic is our local yarn shop where she carries my yarn, and she's a super fantastic lady. She's in Winchester. They are open. I don't know if the shop itself is open, but they do curbside.
I know she's doing curbside.
And if you watch her on Thursday, I think it's at, what is it, 10 o'clock?
It's like 10
o'clock. 10 o'clock, because it was when we started, right when we started our Bible study.
That was 10:30 when we
No, because it was recently. It's 10 or 10:30 in the morning. And she does like not an auction, but it reminds me of a Shoppers Network kind of thing.
Yeah, I've never caught it because I just haven't.
I always see it after it's been done.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this bag came from there.
Not from that particular video
No,
thing.
from the shop when we were able to go. And this is my Not a Cozy Memories blanket project. And this is based on the Crochet Granny Square tutorial pattern by K.F. Jones.
Oh, you're doing a blanket?
So
You're doing squares?
I
didn't know you started this. It's so cool.
I kept it from you. There's one. And
I'm so proud of you.
we'll see if I actually do it. Here's two.
Well, are you doing the little square sections like she does for her?
I haven't quite decided what I'm doing yet.
Because that might give you more of a feeling of completing something.
This is one here. That's 3.
Because then you would have the little sections. You'll be like, oh, I finished a section. Yay.
Here's 4. And the reason I've got only the same colors is because I hadn't had all my yarn caked up at that point.
Well, that works. I mean, this could be one, like, if you have enough of these purpley kind of ones, that could all be one square or whatnot.
But, and then this is one I'm working on right now. It's another of this light pink. I have almost all my yarn is caked up now. If you look at my rose tie, you can see my DK is almost depleted.
Oh, yeah.
Because I had all this yarn I didn't know what to do with.
You might find that you'll need to pick up more to finish your blanket.
I kind of, I went through the yardage based on what I went and looked at yardage for blankets and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And what I have is enough.
Okay, good.
So, because this is full.
Right. That's very cool, Mom.
So,
well, you're doing a good job with them all the same size.
Yeah, that's why I like this tutorial, because they're all the same size. So I have to make sure that this hook, this is an F hook for a DK weight yarn, that this hook stays in this bag.
I would suggest that you also weave in your ends as you go.
Oh, I definitely
otherwise you're going to be like me, where you're using the blanket with its ends not woven in, and you're just too lazy to weave in your ends. Because that's where I'm at with my blankets. I've got like half woven in, and I'm like, I'll weave the rest in later. Still sleeping with it. So that's my advice that I don't keep.
What I'm going to have to do is, because what I thought about doing with this is having some loose, having some, well, not loose now, if I do what you were talking about, because I have thought about it, is having some that are like this, and then having some that are equal to the size, just one color. Mm-hmm. So, like this, these are 3 across, so it would have to be 12 across, I guess. Or not, no, it would be 6 across, because it would be like this. So it'd have to be 6 around. I know what I'm talking about. It's not making sense. But anyway, I started this. I wanted to keep it a secret from Talia.
You did a very good job.
So, but this is why my hands hurt, because I was doing so much crocheting. Mm-hmm. Between this and the dishcloths. So that's that.
Good job. Okay, let's see. What secret project that I can't show you am I going to show you the bag for next? The bane of my existence. Oops.
That's the one I didn't work on. Not this one, but that's the project I didn't work on.
My neck brace decided to fly the coop. I don't need it in a second. So. Okay, so I really do love the pattern. It's only the fact that I know I need to have it done by October 1st. And had a really bad day yesterday where I basically slept all day.
She did. I walked in to check on her and she was asleep every time almost.
So it was, I didn't get any knitting on this, and it was only a few rows until it was nighttime and my symptoms started to subside. But yeah, I need to have it at 40 inches because it's my 40 by 40 blanket, so it's my receiving blanket, and I'm at 22 inches.
Right, a little more than halfway there.
A little more than halfway. But so I'm really like I've already told another friend who wants a commission. I'm like, I can't do it.
Not right now. Yeah.
I can't do it. I need to make sure I finish this one. I can do rosary commissions
Yeah.
because they don't require hardly any time.
Right.
But knit ones, they take too long.
Right.
And I need to be able to finish this. I have learned I do not like knit commissions. I knew this. I don't know why.
Because she's a good friend.
Because she's a good friend and because I need money.
Right. Well, so, and you just balance them. You look at a time when you're not super busy, and if you can do it, you do it. If not, you put things in the shop, and then if someone wants a commission, you say, okay, we'll choose something from the shop. Mm-hmm. And if you don't see anything, and there's a lot of time, maybe you can make something. But
right. I mean, she gave me a lot of time.
She did.
It's just that my health is kind of...
Yeah. It's like my hands. That's why I don't take things, because I had someone want to commission me to do a baby blanket from the church. I said I can't guarantee I'll get it done because my hands are bothering me. So it's just the way it is, and happens. Okay. Do you have any FOs?
No, I didn't.
You sure?
Let me make sure. No, I do not.
Okay, I just have one, and you've seen this every week, so it's not a surprise, I'm sure. Although I almost didn't get this one finished because of my hands. But here it is. I have to weave in the ends. I guess actually this needs to be an edit. But there it is. So these are going to Brittany.
Yay.
Okay, that takes care of my FO.
Okay, so let me go ahead and take this back because this leads us into beads and string.
Okay.
So for beads and string, I do have quite a bit going on with that. So let's see. Let me uncover it because I had it covered so I would remember it's separate from my other project bags. The turtle ran away.
Why did the turtle run away?
Okay, so first things first, I'm going to show the one that... What's against me?
Timmy.
Okay.
Pigeon.
Not sure why all the animals are being so friendly right now. Stay. It's not like I'm touching them.
You're looking at them.
I'm not even looking at them. Stay. Okay. So, I had some things that were going to go up in the shop, but my friend snatched them up first. So, she's getting it in a big order that will go out when I finish her other custom orders.
She really likes your stuff.
Yes, it's really sweet of her. But I'm waiting materials to finish her custom order. This one was in the shop. So I make rosaries and chaplets now in my shop as well as having the designs. And thank you for everyone who has purchased. I know that a couple of personal friends, a couple of nitty people have picked up stuff. Mm-hmm. This is another one that's wood on green string, and I have another one of these that I made too that will be in the shop that are not in this lady special order. This one I'll be making another couple for her. Eventually there'll be some that make it to the shop, but it won't be for a while. It's got roses on all the beads and a really pretty centerpiece.
That's very pretty. I like that.
Once I finish her special order ones, eventually this one will make it to the shop. So that's her special order. And the reason I show the special order ones is not to be like, oh, hey, you can't have this, but to be like, hey, these are some of the things that you might see in the future. Stay, Cinna. You too, P. Okay, so another one, I showed you the other wood one. This is going to be going in the shop, this particular one.
I like the forest green on that.
I do too. This is the one that I call I Am the Vine.
Right.
And then this is my Eucharistic one.
It's very pretty.
So, not sure if you guys can really see.
It's
It'll
hard
be
to
up.
see.
It'll be up on my shop.
The color on the crucifix is very light.
Yeah, it'll be up on my shop. So those two are gonna go in my shop to supplement what's already in there. I have another one in here that I'm working on that when I'm done with it will go in my shop. Another wood one. This one has a tan thread and it'll have a wooden cross. So, and the wood ones are a lot lighter than my normal metal ones because my metal ones I make with stainless steel. So it's a nice heavy.
I like that. I like the way it feels in my hand.
Yeah, I like a nice weight. Then there's one that someone on Instagram asked me to make her chaplet. I'm still waiting to hear back for her whether or not she wants a rose bead for the first bead of her St. Therese one. I made one without the rose bead, and when I hear back from her, if she wants the rose bead, I'll make another one. Because whatever one she doesn't want, I'll just have in the shop. But she wanted this light blue aqua-y.
Turquoise aqua.
Yeah, kind of a thread.
Yeah.
So, and she wanted the clasp. I'm going to have to order more St. Therese medals because I think I only have 2 left.
Right.
Because I made you sacrifice beads.
Oh, thank you.
And I have some that I wear too. Basically, the idea for those who are not Catholic is every time you have something that you want to offer up, like say you have something hard going on or you're dealing with a lot of stuff. I had to cut off the ends because I made this last night.
Oh, okay.
But that's what we use it for, so we don't waste our sufferings. We
had some. But
we make them into prayers.
Yeah, we have some sacrifice beads, but they kept getting. The way they were made wasn't great for us.
It had that, it's like
It looks like this.
it has a bar, like this bar. It
looks like a barbell.
ring,
See?
bar and ring closure,
Here's the.
and it kept pulling on my knitting and on my
It
sweaters.
kept
that are
catching on my
there.
sweaters and things. Can you see that little like a barbell kind of thing
Yeah,
right there?
it kept pulling on the stitches of my blanket I was working. I'm like, I can't have this thing. So this has lobster clasp instead, and it does not catch on the knitting when you're knitting. I haven't had this yet be a problem, and it holds up to me sleeping with it. So that's good.
Thank you very much.
So when I'm done, making sure this is really done, you'll get to have one. I might put some of these up in the shop, but I need to get more St. Therese medals because I only have 2. But those are quick. They're nice, relaxing. It's a nice supplementary craft that has actually been really good so far for money for me. Which sounds mercenary, but
Well, God provides.
Yeah. So that's my stuff with the beads and string. I got quite a bit of those done. Oh, forgot to show. Oh, it's in my other box. I finished another one of those ones with Jesus' face, suffering face on the centerpiece, and
Behold
the
the Man?
really nice crucifix. The one that's
Behold the man.
Behold the Man, yeah. The one that's like this one, which is my personal one. So, and I know that these hold up because I have fallen asleep while praying with this, and I've rolled on it, and I've stuck it in my pocket. This thing has been abused, and it's still in good shape. So,
Takes a licking and keeps sticking.
yep, that is my official excuse for keeping a couple of these things for myself. I need to, make sure that the quality is good enough to sell, right?
Exactly right. It's okay. So
I'm surprised you don't do that more for your yarn, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah. Well,
I think that would be my temptation if I dyed yarn, is like, oh, I gotta make sure it doesn't bleed.
I make sure it doesn't bleed before I send it off.
By working it, make sure that it looks good.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I have you for. I love using my own yarn, but I want to make sure that I sell what I make because I have enough yarn right now. I'm working through it.
Have you ever dyed anything up for yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I've used, stuff that we've done in kits and things.
Mm-hmm. But have you ever gone, I need this for a project, I'm going to dye something for me?
No, I'm too busy either dyeing yarn or whatever. I probably should, but
You probably should. Stash enhancement. Plume Deluxe.
we weren't there yet, are we?
Yes, we are.
We haven't done writing and stuff.
We usually do that before.
Okay.
So I got Plum Deluxe housewarming black tea because it was offered on a deal along with the tea that I was buying for Mom anyway.
Well,
Mom was buying, but because I get free shipping, I buy it, she pays me back.
I have to do that, actually.
So I got housewarming black tea, a warm hug, and a cup of kindness. This is black tea, jasmine flowers, safflower, blue malva flowers, vanilla essence, love, gratitude, has caffeine. I was so out of it yesterday, I forgot to put sugar in it. And I also mixed it with another tea that I thought was the same. So I have no idea what this actually tastes like because I did everything wrong when preparing it yesterday.
Okay.
Because apparently if I can mess up making tea.
The ones that I got are the same. It's chocolate rosemary caramel herbal tea, and I looked in my box and I actually have one of these. I didn't realize that. But I haven't tried it yet. And this is Enjoy a Fun Treat, Honeybush Tea, Rubio's Tea. I like Rubio's Tea. Cocoa Nibs, rosemary, vanilla, chocolate essences. Both, I like those. Love, gratitude, no caffeine. So, these. So, that's good. I'm happy with that. This, I don't think I have any of the stash enhancements.
Well, all my stash enhancements are, like, I do have bead things that I got, but if I showed you guys every time I get something with beads, like, I constantly have a flow of it coming in because people keep buying. I'm down to only a couple of rosaries and chaplets that are in my shop, so I'm running out of materials, so I'm constantly buying materials. So I'm not going to show you every time I get a new bead or a new something to do with making rosaries because that would be rather tedious. I did pick up more of, well, you saw the project I told you needed more yarn. That was the Pound of Love, and I think it's like aquamarine, I think is the colorway. I also had to pick up one that was not out of date. It was
No longer made.
It was no longer made. What's the name for that? It's discontinued.
Yeah.
It was a discontinued yarn of Lion Brand's Pound of Love. They have now only the lighter pink and bubblegum. But they used to have a middle pink. I went all over the place. I checked Walmart, I checked Joann's, I checked Michael's, I checked Lion Brand. The only place I could find it was an Etsy shop. And she actually priced it really reasonably and got it to me really quickly. Hang on, let me give you her name. Because I think that's only fair. And then I'll have to leave her review later. Because she really did do a nice job in getting it to me quickly. I picked up the last two skeins she needed, which is what I needed to finish the design I'm working on. Because I have some already, but I didn't have enough to finish the design. So her name is Toppy Toppy Knits.
Toppy Toppy?
Toppy Toppy.
How do you spell it?
Toppy. Toppy. It makes me think of a little bunny. Toppy Toppy. Toppy Toppy.
Everything makes you think of bunnies.
But doesn't Toppy Toppy sound like a bunny name?
Yes.
I feel like you just pat a little Toppy Toppy bunny. Anyway. Now
you have to do a Toppy Toppy bunny.
So, yes. I picked up the yarn from her. She got it to me really quickly. It was reasonably priced. Very happy. And now I don't have to rip out what I started with this blanket. That's waiting to be finished in its design for me to finish the baby blanket of doom. So, no, I really do like my baby blanket that I'm currently working on.
No, Patty, it's not yours.
No, Patty, it's not yours.
It's not of doom. It's of doom.
Yes, there's a difference.
There's a difference. Patty is unique. She is the only of doom.
Sorry, I'm thinking the Turtles episode.
Yes.
It's my Machina of doom. No.
Poor Donnie.
No, it wasn't Donnie. It was Baxter Stockman.
Oh, that's right, Baxter Stockman. I was going to say, who else in the Turtles did it? No, you're right, Baxter Stockman. Yes. Of doom.
Because the Turtles were everyone going of doom. And he kept calling everything
of doom. Yeah.
Because he wanted to be an evil bad guy. He just didn't have the chops for it.
No.
So, yeah, that's Nickelodeon's TMNT. Yes, Laura, I know you're a snob.
But that's the best one.
That's the one we love.
Yes. We were having a discussion with her and Brittany about that.
I think Brittany was kind of laughing at us.
Yes, I think she was.
Because
we never grew up, apparently. So she was the adult in the room at that particular moment.
About 4 people is about what I can handle most of the time for Zoom. If we get more than that,
It was just Laura concert. Brittany.
She was trying to keep it. Laura was trying to keep it down to a dull roar, so I didn't overstimulate.
Yes, which we appreciate that.
Yes.
So it was just the 4 of us, and we had a good time.
Yes. So that leads us on to shop news.
Okay.
First of all, let me go first because I don't have a lot.
Okay.
I don't have a lot. So I have rosaries and chaplets in my shop now, but I'm down to 1 rosary and 2 chaplets. I will be getting more in my shop.
She also has patterns and toys.
I have patterns, and I have patterns in there for knit and crochet, and I have a couple of previously made objects, hats, cowls, whatever.
Yeah.
A couple toys, bunnies. I think they're all bunnies. Oh, 1 chameleon.
You have a chameleon in there? Okay.
The second one I made.
Right.
The one that was out of Heidi's yarn.
Right.
Um,
Not the one made out of my yarn.
no. That one is still in my room because that's my pattern one. I tend to keep my originals for the toys.
Yep. This
Or
one
either I
is-
keep the originals or I give it to someone in the family.
This one's out of my yarn.
Yes.
Put in the woman cave.
I went with green eyes, I think, where you went with blue.
Blue,
But, so yeah, that's the new things in my shop. But otherwise, the shop, a lot of new stuff for the shop is kind of waiting. I have a pattern in testing, the bunny butt dishcloth. And I also have a secret pattern, the pattern I've been mocking Brittany with, that will be entering testing as soon as I finish the last little piece.
Right.
Which hopefully I can finish next week. I was going to finish it this week, but then this week kind of was awful. So it didn't happen.
This week was just plain awful.
Yeah, so, but yeah, that's most of my news. And of course the baby blanket. Once I finish the baby blanket of doom, that is not the name of the pattern, by the way. It's the Melissa baby blanket. It is not the baby blanket of doom.
It's fun. I'm enjoying
I
it.
really enjoy it. The only reason why I'm having issues with it is because I have a timetable and I hate timetables.
Yep.
So that's why I'm calling it the baby blanket of doom.
Yes.
Besides, it makes me giggle. And I'm not calling it the baby blanket of doom. It's not the baby blanket of doom. I'm going to have to name a pattern the baby blanket of
Yes.
doom.
Yes.
But not this one.
No.
So, yeah, that's all the news for me. I really, other than putting up rosary stuff in the shop, I can't do a whole lot design-wise until I finish this baby blanket.
Yeah. Okay, I thought I was going to have yarn to show you, but I don't. I have several skeins of yarn in 2 different colorways sitting on the table there that need to be reskeined, and then I've got 4 skeins of yarn that are needing to be rinsed out and dried before I can skein them up, and I can't show you right now. So I have 3 different colorways on 2 different bases. Old colorways, but I hope to have some new colorways, or not old colorways, but returning colorways. And the one may not remain, one of them may not remain in the same form. It depends on what I can do with it.
It's a shapeshifter.
It's a shapeshifter, yes, shifter. So I have those, and I still have the 2 yarns that I showed you a while back that I haven't put up in the shop yet. The ones I showed you with the happy set, that I was happy to see that went before I even posted it. That was nice.
Don't you love when that happens?
I do. So but I do have the other 2 skeins are still in my bag. I haven't had a chance to photograph them yet. So I have quite a few skeins of yarn that have to go in, and I'm hoping to dye more yarn during the week. I'd like to start making the transition into fall and holiday stuff. So, I just wanted to put some more bright yarn in before I started going into the more autumnal kind of colors, which are bright. They can be bright. I'm just saying.
You don't feel like typical spring or summers.
For spring or summers, right. And I tend to put into the shop what I think people will want regardless of the season. So, if you really want something that's not seasonal, I don't care. I'll dye it
Right,
up.
exactly,
It's not
yeah.
a problem. I mean, personally, I like the winter colors all year round.
Yeah, I'm
So,
not the same winter and autumn.
Winter,
I think I
autumn.
tend to wear the autumns because I like the oranges and yellows.
Yeah.
And
I can wear, I like
I
the,
do wear blues.
I
but-
do like the burnt orange. If I wore that the other day and it was like, that's Taya's color. No.
She has definite ideas about who owns what color.
I was like, I wore this before Taya was born. So this color.
I think because you don't wear it very often,
I
and I
don't.
wear it a lot.
I don't. And people who see me would say that my favorite color is probably green because I wear green
You do
a lot.
wear a lot of green, although you
But-
have a lot of green because of when you're red.
Yeah, but I've always had some green.
Yeah.
But
But it's in
and she means red. I had my hair red.
yeah.
But I like blues are my favorite colors, but
You're kind of making it like a transition. You're not going to green, but you're like it's green, bluey kind of.
blue green kind of colors, teals.
Because
and stuff.
when I was talking to you about your cord that you wanted, your first response was, "Do you have something that's blue green?"
Yeah, teal.
Teal, and I don't have anything that's teal. That's what I gave you is actually the closest thing I have.
Yeah.
I do have more string coming in with more options of colors because someone asked for royal blue.
Oh,
The lady with the big order asked
Right.
for royal blue, and I don't have any royal blue. I have like a navy, so I had to get a different cord.
Absolutely love the royal blue. That is an absolutely gorgeous color. But yeah, I tend toward blues and greens, but I will wear reds. I will wear burnt oranges. Very occasionally, I'll wear a yellow.
I do like a yellow, but mine's kind of like I guess I wear like a mustardy yellow.
Yeah. And I wear that as well. It doesn't help that I inherited some stuff from Talia that's mustard, and I wear it.
Yeah. But again, I think if you wear that, Davina, it's like, that's Talia's.
Yep. Yep.
Because she has definitely, hers is pink.
Yeah. Pinks and light blues
Light
and
blues,
yellows.
yeah. She'll try to talk you out of a color, say that it doesn't look good on you if she thinks it's hers.
Yeah, yeah. I like soft gray, and the funny thing is, none of us except maybe Davina likes purple that much.
I used to like purple.
Yeah,
as
her
a
room
kid,
is actually purple.
but it's a light,
purple. I have never really cared for purple.
I went through a phase, and Laura, when we were on Zoom, was like, "Purple is not a phase." I'm like, "Well, it was for me."
Yeah, yeah. I know that Laura and Patty both are purple people.
Purple people
eaters. They like the purples. I am not a purple person unless if it's a deep purple that's almost a blue. Then I don't mind that. Or if it's got some kind of gray or black undertone in it, then I'm okay with that. But I'm not really a like a lavender or purple, regular like a grape purple kind of color person. I think it's beautiful. And when we first started podcasting, a lot of people thought my favorite color was purple because I was using a lot of that purple yarn.
like knitting with purple.
knitting with it.
I like knitting with a nice, rich purple.
Mm-hmm.
Mad Tosh has a beautiful one that's called like Royalty or something like that.
Yeah.
And it's gorgeous. The depth to
Now,
it.
see, that one I would wear. That color I would consider
You see,
wearing.
I don't like wearing purple for some reason.
I don't either, but there's an exception with some of the
I do
depth.
have one skirt that I like that's mostly purple. It's is it a black skirt with a lot of purple on it? I can't
Yeah, I
remember.
think it is.
And then it has like gold and stuff. I
Yeah.
can't. None of my sweaters or stuff go with it
Yeah.
because I don't wear purple. The only one that goes with it is the one that Lara Smoot made me.
Yeah.
That has Miss Babs. That has a little bit of purple in it. That's
Right.
the only shawl. Actually, the shawl's over here.
I don't have.
This is the only thing I have that's purpley.
I don't have anything purple in my wardrobe. I have one, unless I gave it away. I have one lavender, like a set like this with the sweater and the top, and I don't wear it. I have one, or I must have given it away. I just these colors, this kind of color is unusual for me. I don't usually wear light colors like this, but it was the only thing they had. So, okay, so that's really off on a tangent.
Yep.
We talked about shops.
That leads us into reading and stuff. Doesn't it?
Yeah, I've been reading a little bit, not a whole lot. I'm still reading the book by Timothy Zahn, Night, which is the second book in the series. And I didn't really read it that much because by the time we get to bed, it's been later than normal, and I just had to go to sleep. And then I'm doing Pray Like Mary, but I haven't read much of that either. The one I've been focusing on because of my Bible studies, Consider the Lilies, which is about trust in God. And so I'm doing that. And then I wrote, oddly enough, over 1,000 words on a blog post that was nonfiction. I don't write nonfiction, but I did write nonfiction. So I wrote that and I put it up on my blog post and got some nice comments, nice likes or whatever, type thing. So that's good.
Yeah, I wrote two different blog posts, one on Sunday and then one later in the week. The one later in the week was 1,000 words, based on one of the readings at Mass. And then the one on Sunday was shorter. It was just, I had a very short period of time where I almost felt normal.
Right.
And I just wanted to talk about how when you deal with stuff and then you have a moment where it's where you feel normal, you learn to be grateful for feeling normal.
Right.
And so that was kind of what that was about. But other than that, I haven't really read that much. I just haven't had the focus. Mostly, I've been re-listening to old episodes of The Other Half because I finished all of the ones I hadn't listened to, so I'm re-listening to them while waiting for his next episode to come out. I think he posts on Sunday because his voice, for whatever reason, sometimes he's the only thing I want to listen to. And then if I don't want to listen to him, usually I'm at the point where I don't want to listen to anything. So, but yeah. That's basically it for, because I've just been so out of it this week.
Yeah, we're sorry it's so short and disjointed today.
We're over an hour.
Yeah, we usually work an hour and a half, or maybe they're happy it's short. Not so much disjointed, but yeah, we had a kind of a difficult week on different levels, so we didn't have as much to show you as we would like, and Ty is a little tired. I'm surprised she's doing as well as she is today.
I was having trouble walking earlier.
Yeah, so we're not as animated maybe as we are at other times, but we wanted to make sure that we, touched base with you and did our podcast because we like talking to you and interacting with you and stuff like that. And we like letting you know what's going on, in the group, in our shop, in our lives and all that kind of stuff, just so you can kind of know what's going on. I'm trying to think if there's anything else we need to be saying.
No, I think we're good.
I think we are. I think we are good. We want to thank all the people who commented either on YouTube or on the PHN group. If I don't mention your name here, it's not because I am ignoring you. It is because when we went on to record, you weren't there yet. Okay, so I think I answered everybody. We want to thank Brittany, Renna, Looney Hiker, Sequa75, Wendy, Joan. Oh, and that's all of them. Okay, so we want to thank you all for taking the time to comment. We thank everybody who's taken the time to watch. And we wish you all a very blessed, safe week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, whatever it is that makes your heart happy. And we hope to see you here again next week for the fun in the Woman Cave. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 415, and that's a wrap.
Bye.